super impressive, but now I just like want a hamburger. Like, fuck recording this video, I want hamburgers now.
Sorry about literally singing ad jingles to you for
It's okay,
hamburger.
no one will ever know except for... Well, no one will ever hear it except for me, but you've now just revealed that to the audience, so...
Yeah, well, it happens. Like, this is what good marketers do. They get inside your head and force you to be aware of them.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as bad advertising. It's just not possible.
That stupid wax cylinder that didn't do anything, that you just applied directly to your forehead. That brand name that I will not mention, even though you all know what I'm talking about now.
Yep. It's, additionally, I've heard that the McRib is back. There's nothing you can do about it. These things, they become part of our consciousness forcibly.
The McRib is in a constant state of being back. Also, Shamrock Shakes. Manifest Destiny.
Kind of competing with the boys on that front. Manifest Destiny. Oh yes, it's the case that makes you and the case that breaks you.
A shooting at the 111 Club.
The 111 Club is not the one that Cole goes to, is it?
Sounds like a homicide beef.
The Blue Room is the one you're thinking of.
Okay. Also, yeah, these cases just seem like they're homicide.
Get over there before homicide tramples all over the place. We already cleared
Well,
that up. Judge in Pasadena took the big sleep yesterday.
The what?
He had a personal stash
Oh.
of 20 cigarettes.
Overdose.
I see.
Appears we didn't.
Is there a case
get
named
all
The
of
Big
it.
Sleep? I think there is.
Not in this. The Big Sleep is a book and film by Raymond Chandler. Really, really good movie. Good book also, but yeah, fantastic movie.
I believe somebody told me to watch that while I was complaining about Noire, and I haven't done it yet.
Was it me?
It was either
Maybe.
you or Vox.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't remember which officer it was either, because we definitely talked about it. All the Bogart Bacall stuff was great, but we combined that with Chandler. It's just extremely good.
There is a mind worm in my brain whenever somebody says Chandler, and I just think of Chandler Bing. I didn't actually watch Friends.
Please don't think of Chandler Bing.
I didn't actually watch Friends, so I mostly think of him in The Good Wife, where he plays a really shitty guy, opportunistic, running for governor against Peter Florrick, who is even worse.
You go out the wrong side of the police station.
Yeah, it's fine. Look, I gotta get my morning sprint in.
Okay. Just going for a run, grab a coffee on the way. Alright, even more army surplus morphine. It's becoming clear at this point. In last case, it played a very minor part, right?
Yeah.
Morphine was just a third weapon. Like, it wasn't really a vice case. This one, I suspect, is because, like, if there's enough of it that random judges are overdosing on the stuff, and there's been a triple killing, did you say? Triple homicide?
I think it was double, but...
Nightclub? Right. Then, yeah.
Parker and Green are going toe-to-toe for the top job. There's a change in the wind.
One of those is our Hollywood
This
guy
wind will be
here.
like a tornado, Phelps.
Parker
Parker's got a
Green.
puritanical streak. You never know we'll get
I
swept
think
up
Parker
in a
is the
thing like
one
that.
here.
Is one of them the captains, or is one of them the district attorney? I don't know what Ray is referring to.
I don't even...
Roy. I keep calling him Ray for some reason.
Ray Earl.
That would be... I know why it is. It's because I ran a D&D campaign. One of the players had a character named Rayeth.
I see.
But yes, this is Roy Earl, not Ray
Why?
Earl.
That man
Oh my
sped
God.
up to run in front of my
God.
car.
He literally tried to get himself killed. What the hell? If you had run him over, I'm not saying you would have, but if you had, it might not have been your fault.
Guys are already inside.
It actually would have been my fault, legally speaking, because I was on the wrong side of the road, but he did speed
And
up to
go
get in
with
front
it.
of my car as I swerved to avoid him.
Back again.
Hey,
We're
Bukowski.
here about the morphine.
Nice.
Over by the bandstand. You can see what's left of the owner, Eddie McGoldrick, 26, former Marine.
A lot of
I know
former
Eddie
Marines.
He was a non-com in my old unit. I'm sorry to hear that, Cole.
Was he now?
Waitress said he recently came into some money.
Came into some money, huh? With,
the other
that
Tiki
morphine on
now.
the street.
Fiddleston and Bo. And get this, they used to be in a four-piece, but the trombone player and the drummer... OD'd.
Hey,
Don't tell me. Lamont and Tyree, we've met the rest of the band.
Now they're a no-piece.
Oh no.
his shit-eating grin was
Be
just,
my
like,
guest.
completely
You
unnecessary
might
there.
want a word with the hostess, too. I'll keep her company until you're ready.
Hey, can we just seriously go back to having Bukowski as a partner instead of Roy Earl?
Bukowski was good. I wonder how he's doing in Homicide. It seems like he's taken to it. Hopefully he's coming into his own and stuff.
That was a weird
this
place that I had to
was Eddie
wander to.
McGoldrick?
Actually,
Bad luck.
yeah, it was Eddie. That was a weird place that I had to wander to actually investigate this body.
Following the wrong
Like, I had to
people
go
in
all
this
the way around to the right. I thought I was actually going to be investigating something else.
You just like accidentally pick up a corpse.
Well, like, I tried to pick up the corpse on purpose, and then, like, I kept walking, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I can't investigate the body. He's too busy.
So is this the first time? I think it is the first time that Cole has heard of a member of his old squad
Yeah, I think
doing
so.
something in LA. We, of course, have seen flashbacks in newspapers, but he has not been aware.
So there was nothing on that dead body. Like, there were no...
He didn't get to like say things like he's been shot with a gun.
Yeah. I can't look at the gun or the money. I can just
Well,
look
remember,
in the safe.
you're not a homicide detective. You are here to find out what's up with the army surplus morphine, not why some guy's been shot.
That's true, I guess.
So, at least that's my made-up explanation for why you can't look at the stuff in the safe anyway. It might even be true.
Well, the stuff in the safe is different. The stuff in the safe has no excuse. But the checking the body, like, that actually makes perfect sense. Like, yep, the guy got shot, but that's not my job, so...
Yeah, it's Bukowski's, and presumably Galloway. I assume he's around here somewhere. So,
Pumped a dozen rounds into him. Certainly sends a message.
So this was one of the players in the band. So there were it was a triple homicide.
Yep.
The two band guys dead and the owner of the club. So who shot the place up? I wonder whether or not that's going to be part of the case.
I bet it was Roy Earl.
I don't think there's much of a reason for that to be the case.
No, but I would enjoy it very much.
Come on, what are the odds that this case could like literally go in a way you end up having to take down Roy Earl as a criminal? He's your partner. He's a policeman. There's no way the game could go in that direction, although it obviously will. But obviously he didn't kill people. It's not clear yet, I think, what crimes Roy has committed. He's clearly been committing some crimes, though.
Right.
It's
just like, can you just arrest a guy for general corruption? Like, I don't know what you're doing, but it's bad. Some of it's bad.
Yeah. He did some stuff in earlier cutscenes and so on, which might have counted as hate crimes by today's standards.
That is true. Also, he did admit to participating in fixed boxing fights, which...
Oh, yes. Is very familiar all the time with Mickey Cohen a crime? Probably not. Oh, shit. Matchbook from a club. They could have been at Club 111. This time you... yeah. Not quite so relevant this time.
I'm just uneaten dinner, just sitting there.
And nobody could get to it because of the chairs that got knocked over.
Yeah, I want Cole to be like, you know, this is just good value right here. I can't just let this meal go to waste.
I reckon if you got close to it, though, the texture would make it look a little less appealing. Does Carruthers have anything to say?
He presumably will, but I want to finish investigating everything else first.
I will not rush you, of course. It's very important to look at all the empty beer bottles. Hell, one of them could have something that isn't beer inside it. That would actually be pretty vice-related. Oh, trombone.
Custom case.
I bet there is morphine somewhere in here, because there was in the, in the other thing, right?
Yeah,
no, there
there
was lottery tickets.
Yeah, that would be sad, wouldn't it? But it does sound possible if you could like, some bolt or something.
Yeah, it's possible that I'm actually wrong, and this is literally just click. What was that click?
Is there a false bottom to the case? If you take them out in a different order, does that do something? Like it was when you...
I heard the click, yeah.
It was when you put it back in the case, there was a click.
Yeah. There we are.
Neat trick. The case must have cost more
Blue
than
room.
a trumpet.
Well, I know where we're going next.
That is sad, those implements. Oh, the blue room's not sad, of course. That's,
I mean, it's very sad.
Interesting.
It's a room that's blue. Blue being the very color of sadness.
But that's metaphorical, though. Like, blue is actually a really nice color. Look at the royal blue of the inside of that trombone case.
Yeah, that's also sad because the man who had the case is dead.
Yeah, he's a morphine addict as well. But the color it's a nice color, is what I'm saying. This is indigo, really, rather than blue. At least as it is appearing when streamed to me. The frame rate is pretty good today, actually.
Is it
varies. It usually is pretty good. Like, usually I would say it's 20 to 30 FPS. 20 to 40 even. But occasionally there'll be a bad connection or something. It'll be like 10-ish FPS for a while or for a long time even. Not today though.
This is coming from what's left in circulation.
I wonder if it's because like this case seems to be very dark compared to other ones. So there's like especially like when I'm driving, there's going to be a lot of colors changing very quickly. So Skype would be upset about how that's going. But this time
it's not about that. It's about like internet connection stuff. Like if either of us is downloading things or if there's some sort of glitch or whatever. The way Skype encodes and streams stuff it doesn't really rely on compression like that. It's all intraframe stuff, not interframe. I could be out of date actually. I haven't really done stuff with Skype professionally in a while. For viewers who don't know, I'm a computers man.
I am not. I mean, I use computers to play video games, but that's kind of it.
You're a guy on computers.
That's true.
Valid.
1,000 packs to a carton. 100 cartons or more. Looks like a couple of months' supply.
You want to open one of these?
Sure is the 1940s.
I'm trying to open this because I don't think there's tobacco in there, but...
Cigarettes aren't a vice.
They are. Like, if they're trying to evade taxes or anything on them, that would be actually...
Oh, yeah. Point.
Like, taxes
Like
on cigarettes are quite high. I don't know if they're quite as high as they are now, but,
M19. It's a army thing.
Never fired. Haven't been degreased
they just take
yet.
them with the morphine?
We could check on the serial numbers.
I wonder if
Anything for bear?
the guy from the Marines who owned this place, is that like a gun he brought back from the war? Or?
There's like a couple of them.
How did he get 3?
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
And he's got like a rack for 2 more.
Army surplus morphine, Army surplus weapons,
Did they figure like, I mean, we're already stealing Army surplus morphine, what's some Army surplus guns too?
Literally stolen Valor. The Valor cigarettes are army issue. Coolridge Heist. Oh yes, because all the morphine was stolen from that ship. So Eddie, seems like he was involved, right?
Yep. So I'm going to talk to Carruthers first, and then I'm going to talk to the
Anything interesting?
lady. Hey, Carruthers? Hey.
He said something. He said, "Find anything interesting."
Looks like a straightforward execution to me.
Okay, I mean, yeah, that's what I was thinking as well, but you're the
I wonder
coroner,
if,
man, so...
Yeah.
Hey, lady.
Ma'am, I'm Detective Phelps, Administrative Vice Squad.
So she's the survivor,
Welcome
right?
to the 111 Club, Detective. Feels like I've had half the LAPD in here today already.
I mean, there are 3 dead bodies, so what did you expect?
Yeah, her face is kind of supercilious,
No
isn't it?
idea.
It's quite funny.
It was my day off. If I had been here, honey, I'd be full of holes just like the others.
I'm going to say that's a doubt, actually. Let's just check this. It's a high number, so
Yeah.
it's probably not lie.
I have to admit, those numbers have been pretty good to you, haven't they?
They have.
Yeah.
But
I may have come around on the numbers.
yeah, if it was lie, I think it would be Coolridge Heist. Like, they might have an idea because of that.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's lie.
But yeah, she keeps looking away, so I think this is a press situation.
She's looking away smugly, like she's kind of, well, he won't see through me. And then he sees through her.
This place has been on the slide for years. Eddie turns up, buys the club, then we start getting visits from tough guys.
Huh, weird.
Next thing you know, we have the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Are you getting the picture?
Nope. Could you spell it out for me? Or oh, all right, I guess we're done now.
Tell us about Eddie.
Eddie didn't know a thing about running a nightclub. He came into some money and waltzed in and bought the place. The previous owner thought all his Christmases had come at once.
This actually sounds like the truth.
Yeah,
And she's not looking
It does.
away, smugly or otherwise.
yeah, she was so sarcastic that it must have been the truth.
Where do you think you got the money?
Morphine.
My guess was that he was selling the
There we
sort
are.
of quality
Morphine.
product that you don't need to advertise.
So
Those
this
questions didn't actually do anything.
Thank you for your help, ma'am.
Like,
Eddie was in over his head,
They didn't-
Gave you
but he was a
information.
decent
they gave me
boss.
background information, but they didn't give me any, like, clues
or
or information
whatever.
that I couldn't have already pieced together. Like, we kind of knew that he was probably involved in morphine, and we
Most
kind of knew
questions
that
don't, I
the
think.
murder was also because of morphine.
I think I've seen it all.
Yeah, basically, it would help if you were stupid. But,
Well,
yeah,
I
that
am
was
very
clear-
stupid, and it didn't help, so here we are.
That was clearly not a high stakes interrogation.
No, yeah, it's good to get your confidence up, though. And also just continue to test the theory about the high percentage numbers being
Did
true.
Bukowski have anything?
Let's actually go back in. I don't think he did, but
Yeah, I did. He didn't volunteer anything apart from like hello. He was sort of just waiting for you to leave so we could try. Yeah. Hey, so
Wants this one cleared up quick. Let me know how it goes with
He wants
I'm
us
sure
out.
he wants
So
it to be.
also, Rusty's not here.
Yeah, interesting. I guess maybe they're not permanent partners, or maybe he's doing something else.
He's probably just lazy. Is
So
there a
I
bar
reckon
nearby?
unlike-
Maybe he's at the women's apparel shop. Just trying to pick up ladies.
Is there a
Getting
gold
ready
bar
for
on
his
the...
7th divorce.
Look at those pressmen in their pressman hats. Reporters.
I bet one of those
Right.
is Dan Reichert's model, reused. Should we go to the Blue Room or the police station?
Well, we've never visited the Blue Room in character or in control of a character before, have we?
That's true.
So, I'd like to see it. I don't know about you.
How well did you know the owner?
Goldrick? Well enough. He was in my unit.
I would also
That's
like to see it
cool,
because,
You
well...
survive the war, then get blown to pieces back home.
Happens.
Oh, what the? I didn't realize it was that close. I'm sorry.
Cutscene trigger.
And now
So
we're
it
just
looks
done
like-
talking.
Elsa Lichtman being advertised outside. Seems like this one really is a vice case. Probably.
Yeah.
Unlike the last couple, this is actually about the drug running.
I want to wear a fancy suit as I head inside.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know exactly why Cole's been visiting the club, but you can kind of get some ideas, and looking good is probably the way to go.
I mean,
After all
it's
the
a nice jazz club. It's swanky.
Yep. The manager knows you and stuff.
This man does not have an X prompt or anything, so...
He's the most uninteresting person in the world. Ah, there is a band still alive.
Yeah.
Take a break, boys.
We would like them to stay, Miss Lichtman. We're making inquiries into the recent deaths of 4 musicians.
2 of them shot, and 2 of them overdosed.
And these are also musicians,
Good point.
so they may know
We
something.
don't. What we
Roy,
know about is 2 tons
Jesus
of
Christ.
heavily surplus morphine showing up on the street. If
I
you
mean, he's
care
allowed to
about
think it. He's just not supposed to say it.
better give me something on Biddleston and Bow.
I disagree with the first bit of the premise.
And this is your idea.
Okay, he shouldn't think it, but, like...
She's funny. Oh, shit.
Roy, how about you get a drink while I see to this?
What a fucking shithead.
Oh yeah, he the bad man.
Also,
Hey, it went
I
better than-
really liked Cole looking at the microphone like, I could sing.
Why antagonize?
No one could stop
You
me.
know what he's capable of.
Ask your questions, head officer. We have work to do.
Cole, that's really not the tactic to... Whatever. Shut up.
People are
Maybe a
dying
special
of
case of
overdoses.
tactics.
If you know anything about it, you need to tell me.
Yeah, let's just build some zealots and dragoons.
A lot of cats are into the thing. There's nothing special.
You did say special
about you
tactics,
boys.
right? Sorry, I...
I did, but then I was listening to the conversation, so I didn't continue.
High number.
Hmm.
Truth or doubt?
I can't.
Her
help
eye
you.
texture is fucked up.
I doubt. I
I need to hear the
definitely
question
want
again.
People are dying of overdoses. If you know anything about it, you need to tell me.
I can't help you.
A lot of cats
Yeah,
are into
doubt.
the thing. There's nothing special about your boys.
because. Yeah, I mean, look at that eyebrow. You saw the eyebrow, right?
Yeah, but look at the rough-ass eye texture. That's just a mess.
She's gonna be like, she is saying to him with her face, "Can you make me tell you?"
Yeah, alright, let's go for it.
You can do this the easy way with me, or I can call my partner. I can assure you he's a lot less sensitive.
Shut up,
You
Cole.
think your threats frighten me?
Black man don't supply nothing. You think there's a black man in this town holding on to 2 tons of morphine? He'd be dead in a minute. White man supplies, black man buys.
So we're not actually interviewing her. We're interviewing her band while getting mad at her.
Pretty much. Well, you say getting mad, right? But think about it for a sec.
Names. You recognize them?
When Cole raised his voice like that and sort of yelled performatively, yes, he was aiming to be heard by the band. Do you think that was all, though? Or was he trying to convey something to Roy? You know, look at how this interview is going. I think... Also, I'm hypnotized by her inability to stare straight ahead. Has probably
Yeah.
doubt again.
That sounds right.
Basically,
The
though,
only
I think
way
he
you're
was
going
putting
to
on a
get rid
show
of me
there.
is to give me an answer.
And I think he's
I
still
knew
doing it.
Cornell. We worked together a few years ago. He loved the music, but the music didn't love him.
Poetic.
What does that mean?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It means that he just wasn't that good. He was a sad, lonely cat.
Boys, take 5 minutes, please. I need to have a private word with you, officer.
No, hang on. They're giving us more useful information than you are. What's...
Why do you ask?
But she doesn't care
Let's
about
talk
that.
about a subject that could have them jailed.
Colt might.
Drugs are against the law, Elsa.
You're so
That's the most Cole Phelps statement possible, isn't it?
Getting us
What a
nowhere.
fucking
Do you think
schween.
you'll win your war
Yeah,
against
he's so
narcotics?
good.
It's not my war. It's against the law. My job is to prosecute the laws of this city.
Do you think you can stop people from needing drugs, detective?
I'm asking the questions here.
Then why do you come to me with your stupid questions?
Thank you.
You know who controls the drugs in this city.
It's not enough to just survive, Elsa. You have to
What a
try and
goddamn
make the world a better
schween.
place.
Brave
But is he
words.
wrong?
Very noble.
Or is he
In this
not wrong?
particular instance, yes, actually, because he thinks he can make the world a better place by just, like, getting the morphine off the streets. Which, like, okay, that'll stop people
Yeah.
from dying, but they'll still be
Okay.
depressed and sad and all that.
You'll find him
People
holding
use
court
drugs
at
for a
the
reason.
Macambo.
He can wait.
And Cole Phelps is not interested in interrogating the reason why.
Give me till tomorrow morning.
Cole?
Isn't
Do
he?
anything I wouldn't do, partner.
Cole? What are you doing? Oh, man.
Yes, he's investigating,
No, he's not.
isn't he?
What the?
You're tailing her.
Yeah, stalking would be my preferred way of referring to that, but
So,
I don't actually know
I
which car
just-
is hers.
Is
Is it the blue one or the cab in front of the blue one? I thought it was
I
that
think
red
it's
one
the
there, but
I think it's the yellow cab.
yes, that
Sure.
seems to be accurate now that, yes, it's definitely the yellow cab. So let's
Cool.
drive on the sidewalk
So
for
I
a
have-
brief minute.
I have a different take on that conversation. I think Cole is right and wrong. I think he's right to say it's not enough to survive, and you have to try and make the world a better place, and that's an appealing sentiment. That's like the core of what is good about Cole, that kind of belief, which he really does believe in. But you're right as well that he can't. Not one can't, he can't. Cole Phelps is not up to the task
Right.
of making the world a better place, and that's just going to lead to tragedy.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, like, making the world a better place is for idiots. Like, yes, everybody should work to make the world a better place. I'm just saying that, like, his take on what actually makes the world a better place is incorrect.
Yeah,
and
that's the
furthermore,
problem.
he is not equipped in the slightest to do it so himself.
Well, tragically, I would call him partly equipped. Like,
Losing the trail.
he has some talents for sure, but also, yeah, his thinking is just he's hopelessly unable to confront the world as it is. He can't deal with the realities of why people have problems. Though maybe he can ask Elsa some more questions about it.
I don't think that's why he's here. Remembering the little I do about the later parts of Vice, this is where the game really lost me the first time, and I'm still not super into it. Like, I've watched Cole be a shithead for a while now, and this is a completely different kind of thing.
No comment.
It's a cool bird painting on the wall there.
It is. The game really did have very good art direction.
Oh, that reminds me, I did go back to that art museum, and the art is poorly textured, but
But it's there.
yeah, you can actually go inside
Cool.
that museum.
Look at him working up the courage to knock there. I don't think stalking is the right term. I think you've slightly misinterpreted how expected he might be.
Ah, apparently yes. I remember this cutscene. I don't remember the full results of it, but I remember that shot of Roy Earl looking at the window
So
meaningfully.
fucking smug. The expression on his face. Not surprised, but it's nice to have it confirmed.
Yeah.
Right. So, back to the case. Comma.
So I guess I should have gone to the police station yesterday first instead, because Now it's been the next day, and we haven't had a choice of
LAPD,
stuff.
we're looking for Mayor Cohen.
Interesting
I believe
to
he
see
has
whether
lunch
that
here.
changes
There's
anything.
not
Yeah.
going to be any trouble, is there?
Which table?
Number 3, if you'll follow me.
Miyako, as opposed to Mickey. Related to Mickey, I assume?
Probably.
He wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
I appreciate that you avoided needlessly opening a second door there.
LAPD, we have some questions
Hi,
regarding...
Mickey. How's it hanging?
Fine. Just fine, Roy. I see you brought
Yep,
Beaver
that's
along.
Mickey.
Hope he's not going to put the shakes on me again.
Cole Phelps? Mickey Cohen.
Good
Mickey
afternoon.
must not be his actual name then. Or no,
He has
that's
manners.
Meyer right there.
Aren't you a little green for this kid?
Meet Johnny Stompanato.
Right,
Nope, that's
Cole.
Johnny
He has
Stompanato.
the biggest schlong in Hollywood and the smallest gun. Or maybe that's the other way around. I can never quite remember.
You're a funny guy, Roy. Haven't I always said what a funny guy Roy is? And how much fun it would be to get together with him sometime.
Poor Johnny. He's the dark sensitive
His
type.
threats are
He's
kind
a
of pathetic,
serviceman
aren't they?
too, Cole.
Yeah.
Johnny was at Okinawa.
You were in the crotch?
6th Marines.
The lieutenant who won the Silver Star up on Sugarloaf.
I've heard
I heard you were a
Like
fucking
that?
gutless
All right, have we
coward.
finished flirting? You got something to
you,
discuss, Roy, or
uh,
are you going to stand around beating the meat while my lunch gets cold?
We have some questions.
Do I need my lawyer?
Oh, man,
Yeah, I
so this-
probably should have gone to the police station first.
Was selling stolen
Because I'm going to
morphine.
miss some crucial
He had
piece of evidence
1/3
here.
the shipment.
Nah, I don't think you
Old
are.
news, kid.
It'll be fine.
I don't know anything about what Lenny was up to.
That's a high number. I don't actually think I have any evidence in my book that would prove otherwise either, so doubt seems to be the way to go. Yeah?
Yeah, he must know, but like you obviously can't prove it.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I would go
supposed
with
to
doubt.
believe
as
You don't
well.
know what happened to the rest of the shipment.
Lenny, God rest his soul, was a moron.
That's
His
very true
family,
from what
though,
we
and I
knew.
haven't made a beef about that, so count yourself lucky, kid. The H is a filthy habit.
Yeah, I mean, he
don't
basically
condone
committed
it.
suite when you met him.
Simple solution would be to have
Suicide
all
by
the dope
cop,
fiends put
which,
down.
yeah.
So you don't know where he got the morphine.
Kid, ask a question you might get an answer to.
Cohen's got a point here. Like, obviously, he's not going to say, yes, I supplied him with the morphine. I was his employer.
Yeah.
A group of Marines and the morphine stolen.
Group
from
of
the
Marines,
SS.
by the way. You got a Marine
One of
right
those
next to you,
Marines
actually.
was shot to death.
Yeah.
In the club last night.
I wouldn't
Mind you,
know
Cole
anything
is also
about
right that, like, they do want to try and arrest this guy for selling lots of drugs, but they're not... Seems like it would be difficult.
So you haven't heard anything about what happened.
I
at the
just
11 Club?
executive decision,
say,
another
kid?
doubt, by the way.
Yes,
'cause-
I noticed. It seemed correct.
Uncle Sam's finest feel the need to resort to crime. It's a dangerous business. I can
Again,
attest to
you
that.
have a Marine sitting
I
literally
recommend they
to
get
your
out of the
left.
life. Quickly.
A few Negroes saying goodbye on the sidewalk will never make the papers, Mickey. But we had a judge in Pasadena say adios the other day.
Roy's take.
Prominent white people popping their clogs makes everyone nervous.
You know dope has never been my thing, Roy. It's always been for schmendricks like Jack D and Jimmy Utley. But I'll ask around and I'll get back to you. Hey, you boys want some lunch? How about a drink?
We'll take a rain check on that. Come on,
I'm really
Cole,
surprised
we're
that
leaving.
Roy is actually the one that said no. I was going to figure that he was going to be like,
Well, Roy isn't, like, actually working with the drug people. Like,
no,
he's
but
not-
I just
not
figured he'd be like,
trying-
actually, you know, lunch sounds
Those
good.
guys.
They don't seem the type to frighten that easy.
I mean, they are. I think he and Cohen are enemies, just friendlier enemies who are playing the game.
Public about Brenda.
Who is Brenda?
It's a good
Brenda
question.
is LA's most famous madam.
Everyone knows it.
Of course everyone knows. Brenda pays her way.
Are we cops or a collection agency?
Whores have been around since the Bible.
Long
Our job
before
is to
that,
keep it
actually.
off the street so Joe Citizen and his wife can stroll around on
Isn't that when his...
Then we should change the law.
Are
No,
you
it
out of your
was...
mind?
oh wait, no,
Every
yeah, I
politician
guess the
in
Bible
America has
does describe the start of history. Sorry, I was
Except when
thinking of the
they're
New
using
Testament
them.
specifically.
So where does Stoker come in?
He objects to the LAPD and the administration taking its cut.
Is everyone in on this?
Yeah, and that's the problem. From a little acorn does a large tree grow. He could bring the whole thing crashing down on us.
It's interesting that Roy just admits a bunch of corruption to Cole there.
Which robbery detectives are working with the Army surplus theft from the Coolidge?
Caldwell and McManus. I saw Caldwell in the squadron.
I think Caldwell is supposed to be the guy that was your partner on Burglary Desk, but
Oh, yeah, this would have been the cool
wasn't.
tie-in back to that, but I guess it would just be meeting a guy. Well, it's nice to know that the Vice Department has, like, massive scandals which have nothing to do with you. It's just like
Yeah.
joint.
got a
They're
minute?
already
Sure,
roiled.
Cole, anytime. You've been working the docks robbery
They're
on
like
the SS
they're so
Coleridge?
openly.
Yeah, that's right.
That it's
So
clearly
how do
going
you
to
see
catch
it?
up with them.
Inside
Oh, yeah,
job,
it's
either
all
the
gonna
guys
fucking
working
blow
the
up in their
wharves or
faces.
Some of the guys on the ship.
What else was taken apart from the morphine?
Some guns,
Case of
smokes.
BARs, case of Thompsons.
Yep.
crate of
Thompsons, we didn't hear about
smokes.
those.
Homicide just recovered 3 BARs and a mountain of cigarettes at a shooting at the 111.
Wasn't really a mountain,
No
really.
kidding. I better get
It
over.
was a lot
Do
of
you have a copy of
cigarettes.
the manifest?
Yeah.
Also, how come nobody
Also-
told him about that? Like, he just happened to hear about it from Cole, just showing up looking for other
How
stuff.
do we connect the docks robbery to the
Well, I mean,
missing
Cole
111
sought him out
club?
to tell him
Uh,
because he's like, we are the police. We cooperate with each other. One assumes. Leo,
Courtney Sheldon.
Jack also, and Courtney Sheldon. Yeah.
but those are not names that like Cole is interested in right now.
I gave his wife
Oh, he's interested in evidence. Like some, maybe.
500,000 cigarettes loose on the streets of LA.
Fowler.
Jesus, 500,000.
That's-
2 tons of morphine.
That's a shitload of morphine. It
Wow.
also makes it still ridiculous that they were coming to me about, what was it, like $2,000 worth of weed?
Yeah.
Like,
Not in
who
the
gives a
same
shit?
Scale,
It's our
yeah.
backroom arsenal from the 111 Club.
Yeah.
Enough to arm 3 companies.
Yeah, apparently we were
Guys
just
from my old unit.
looking at,
Must have finally shipped home.
Well, he's mentioning it now.
yeah.
Kelso, Sheldon. But Goldrick.
Notice that he didn't even know they'd made it home.
Sure, we checked him out.
Goldrick bought the 111 Club.
Oh,
Harry. His brains
I
are all
probably
over
should
the
have
bar.
tapped on that name,
Looks
but
like
I forgot his
whoever
name.
sold the dope is getting muscled.
By whom?
Dragner or Cohen. They control the hop.
Jack Dragner or Mickey Cohen.
GPL's going crazy. Shots fired at 1384 North Bronson. Some guy with an automatic
Huh.
spraying a Hollywood bus.
You don't want to do that.
Every car.
That's bad.
Go.
Oh man, this one's action-packed, isn't it? A bunch of just stuff happening and being thrown at you while you're trying to deal with these serious problems.
It's also different stuff, which I can appreciate. And that's
Yeah,
still not
variety.
the way out.
Yeah. So far, this seems like a rather good case to me.
This also isn't the way out. I should have gone a different way.
Interview room 1, 2, 3. The way out. The door is to your right. Like, literally right there.
Yeah, but what about this door here that's actually a jail? Hello, door.
What about it? It's a...
Maybe we're gonna find evidence in the jail cell. You don't know.
No, I don't. It's true. Bus shooting. Who would shoot a bus?
Some crazed maniac that's trying to kill somebody who's on that. Dude! You are very lucky.
They're doing it again. The pedestrians like really want to get you in trouble today. Oh, but they don't need to because you're doing that yourself.
Yeah.
It's
That's why it's like these people are trying to like run out of my way, but they do it by like running back into my
running
way.
past you. Yeah, I'm pretty worried about this one, or upset rather than worried. Like public transport is so vital to the functioning of a city like Los Angeles. Like it's got so many miles of roads.
We got so many cars.
Anyone who would attack like a bus driver in the bus system is actually assaulting the fabric of civilization.
Again, only the civilization outside the United States.
Well, I mean, obviously civilization is outside the United States. Primarily. Wow.
Why are these people standing up?
It's questioning.
I'm not saying it's like good that they get shot or whatever. It just seems like that would be a really good way to get shot.
So what's your bet? Do you think this guy turned out to be related?
Whoops.
Case or not?
Probably.
I wonder. Yeah, I mean they wouldn't put it otherwise. But
I'm trying to. Jeez. Wow, he really shoots fast. I'm trying to get like a feel for where I'm aiming, but every time I try and pull out a gun to aim, he just immediately just.
I reckon you can't actually go for him. You got to like move through cover to get to him.
Yep, apparently so, because I just shot him in the face. Got it.
Yeah, I reckon if you shoot him from down here, he'll shoot you automatically. I reckon you've got to make your way around the building and like climb up to him.
Also, that was the first time that we've seen the action skip.
Yeah, where
prompt.
you had the opportunity to fail rapidly 3 times in a row with this one. It's like kind of a special case. Yep, it is. My guess is that the game was actually being a little heavy-handed there. I reckon it auto kills you if you aim at him and pull the trigger on the ground.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I've been cutting out, have I? Enough action sequences always do this.
Yes.
LAPD, drop
Well,
the
I'll
gun
say it
now.
afterwards. Drop the gun now.
Reinforcements are on the way.
Ooh, that's it.
Cease and desist.
Yeah. Got him.
Nice. Right, what I was saying before was I reckon the game was being a little heavy-handed there, and if you shoot him from the ground, it probably auto-kills you.
Probably. But that was...
That is like... It's a very linear game in some ways. Like, it's very... It's modeled like an open-world game, but it's not narratively structured like one. They want to show you something like a movie, but let you participate in it. It's really closer to, I think I've mentioned this before, to the old style interactive films than any game in a long time. Possibly for good reasons.
LA Noire is actually the secret sequel to Night Trap.
Yeah, pretty much. Much
Sewer
higher
shark.
tech, but some fundamental similarities to a shark. Or that one with the guy with the sword and the dragon. Hello, Holly Woodensons.
So he's probably supposed to shoot, excuse me, somebody in specific, who is at
Why
the
did he
combo table 3.
Wasn't that where you just were?
Maybe.
Why would he just be shooting at people on a bus? What the hell was this guy thinking? I mean, obviously his target must have been on there or something, but he should have run away. I guess he got cornered by the cops.
Or he's just like a big distraction, and they're like, "Hey, buddy, we need you to shoot at a bus until the cops come, because we've got all the cops here."
But would have been throwing his life away, basically. Maybe he was stupid. Didn't realize that was what was going on.
Maybe he's actually a robot, not a person. I've been playing too much Tekken lately.
Are there
it's
people
one
who
of
are...
these,
Oh, there's your
One
link.
of the BARs.
So there's another missing BAR from that 5 spot.
Oh, yes, there was a rack of like 4 of them and 3 were there, right?
The rack could hold 5, but there were 3 there. Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. So you...
I think that there's another one out there that we're going to be like, oh, this must be the 5th BAR. But, you know, that doesn't really make perfect sense because there were a shitload of them on that ship.
He's one of the guys from the ship?
His name was on the manifest.
Looks like McGoldrick wasn't the
Ah.
only one to get a message.
So he was the target, and this was one
The
of the
bus
people who
driver.
attacked-
That's why he was shooting the bus.
Right.
Hey, Lieutenant.
Rather than waiting for the target to get off the bus. He couldn't. They weren't going to get off.
Who's the jughead?
It's my partner.
Okay.
We just want to find out what happened.
What happened is that someone took a shot at my bus. And then cops turned up and started treating me like I'm some sort of Pachuco punk. My people have been in California for over 300 years.
He's got a
Very
point.
fucking admirable, Felix.
The
You hear
Aztec
anything about the
Nation.
big heist on the Coolidge?
Yeah, I heard about it.
So what happened?
Not much. Cops came and interviewed
This seems
me
like a
and all the other
doubt
guys on the
situation
ship.
to me.
Yeah, I wonder if it is.
It's a high number.
Do you have any evidence?
No,
Oh,
it's
it
a
is
high number. And also,
God
I don't
damn
think
it.
we have any evidence. Like, other than the ship manifest, which would be like, you were there, which he just admitted to us. So, like, we already knew he was there. I don't think Stolen Valor is really funny still.
Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, let's doubt him. I'm honestly starting to trust the numbers.
They're just really useful. I'm actually
That's
now I'm
all
just
the
not
game.
sure if it's truth or doubt though.
No,
he's swallowed funny. It's doubt.
I was down at the 111 Club this morning, waiting for the medical examiner to scrape Eddie McGoldrick's
This is not a
brains
case where
off
people
the
tell you the
bar.
truth very
You want
much.
to tell me
Yeah.
anything about that?
I heard that Eddie came into some money. Too bad he didn't keep a low profile.
Yeah, not like me, the bus
Some
driver.
break to get through Okinawa and then have to
Yeah,
ride back
I'm
home.
thinking Alvaro may have also come into some money.
I think they probably all did.
Who's shooting?
Because
Around
that
the
was
same
the plan,
time,
right?
wasn't it?
Fuck do I know?
What do we got for intuition? Ooh, that's a low number.
So it's a
I'm really
lie.
enjoying this as just like my.
That guy on the roof works for Mickey
It's
Cohen.
stupid.
It's
Why
stupid,
would
but it
Cohen want
works.
you dead?
I mean,
Yeah,
it has
don't
worked
know
so
anything
far.
about Mickey Cohen or any of those gangsters.
What do we have?
Huh.
The manifest?
Oh, hang on, the pocketbook. Didn't that have something in it which related...
Oh yeah, Alvaro. That's his name.
Alvaro. Oh shit, okay. I guess it
Your
is in fact a
name
lie.
was in the sniper's notebook. Level with me, Felix.
Straight up called in a hit on him.
Because we were on the boat, we have the morphine.
It's a fair assumption.
Courtney's meeting those
It's also,
guys
I'm
sort it
pretty
out.
sure it's true.
It used to be
Courtney
true,
Sheldon?
but he
Yeah.
got rid of
yeah.
the morphine
remember
to
Sheldon, don't
the
you,
psychiatrist
Oh,
man.
Fontaine has it,
Be
yeah.
in touch.
Oh dear.
You heard
That's
that
bad
James in
for the
LA?
Marines.
Yeah.
His name on
But
the manifest.
He's been here a couple
also
of
the
months.
Marines? Oh, man.
Sure glad to see you got over your wound, Lieutenant.
His wound.
I mean, Detective.
Well, Cole mentioned that he didn't know whether all the members of his squad were back
Been
yet.
under fire before.
He must have
Yeah.
got wounded,
You buying
left
the
before the
story?
others.
Not for a minute.
Interesting that his squad, right? Mostly people we haven't seen in the flashbacks yet, because at the last one on Sugar Hill, all of his first company died. Like he was literally everyone under his command died.
Yeah.
So he must have been given another command.
You know, the guy that just got everybody killed,
badge
probably should just
1247.
give him another chance.
Well, the generals got him killed. He just didn't help.
I need an address on a Jack Kelso.
Do you now? So we can deduce, I think, that Kelso was also in the squad.
Yes, because... Oh, and his name was also on the manifest.
Thank you.
Yep.
And, of course, we know through the flashbacks that he... I think he was the muscle trying to get Cohen to, like, leave them alone, whatever.
Yes. Courtney Sheldon pulled in Kelso, who was like, hey, I'm not involved in this and I don't want to be.
Also,
maybe
here
he
are some
was
roof
the
snipers to
podcast.
just, like, scare the shit out of you and leave these guys alone.
Yeah. Which seems like it temporarily worked, but now the revenge is happening. Like, this is...
Yeah, and then,
The guy
like,
was
in order to
scared.
get rid of the
would never get
morphine,
involved in
they just
something like this.
sold it
We brace him and
for
drag him
no money
downtown.
to the psychiatrist man,
Won't work.
Fontaine.
He's a tough customer.
Interesting that Cole is defending Kelso there, calling him tough and saying he wouldn't be involved. His name was on the manifest, as you say.
I'm sorry, they're doing a radio broadcast from the House Un-American Committee. I don't think that was that...
Nice.
Oh yeah,
House
that would
Un-American
sorry,
Activities, yeah.
I'm thinking of the one, the...
This was McCarthy.
Yes, I was
yeah,
thinking of McCarthy specifically, which was later. But yes, the House
No,
Un-American
what they
Committee was
were...
earlier.
They weren't mad about communists at this one. They were mad about sympathizers with the Germans and the Japanese.
Really? I
Being
thought it was
seen
all...
as in 1947, being seen as like pro-German is like there's a witch hunt on for people who might not have been patriotic enough to hate Germany.
Oh, well, that's almost certainly not going to come up in this game. There's
Well, you
definitely
saw
no
it.
reason that they're playing this radio broadcast now.
It already has, though. You saw how Roy was treating Elsa. I mean, okay, there's the excuse Roy was using to treat Elsa like that, because Roy is a piece of shit. But it was his excuse.
This is Detective Roy Earl.
Hello, Cole.
We would like a word.
Would you like to come inside?
Actually, we'd prefer if you could come downtown with us. Do you mind?
Do I have any choice?
No, you don't.
Are you going to tell me what this is all about?
It would be better for all of us if we discussed it at the station.
Bad move, Cole.
He's not wrong.
Oh, man.
How have you been?
Cut the crap. You pick me up in front of my apartment like a common criminal and then expect
We don't
small
appear to
talk
be
from
friends.
That narrative at the beginning of the game informed us that they could have been friends, but they
Yeah,
weren't.
but the flashback at the beginning of this case informed us of why they aren't. Yeah. Well, re-informed. That's really interesting. So I guess you're going to try and get Kelso to blab on the scheme.
Great.
Do you know that there's a gang war
Good
going
luck.
on in LA?
I don't think he'll want to tell you anything.
That has nothing to do with me.
That is false. Can we prove it? This says no, we can't.
Yeah, and if
It's
you
a
can't
doubt.
prove it, yeah.
I'm sure it would be gripping to hear more of your life story, boys, but the truth is, I don't give
Yeah,
a fuck.
also, Cole
You
probably
know
shouldn't
about
be
Kelso.
on this
What
case anymore.
No, he should not. Roy is he's right, but he's also terrible. Actually, Cole has to be on this case because imagine what fucking Earl would do without
You
him.
better watch your mouth.
Oh yeah, like, but somebody else in Vice should be on this case instead of Cole because
Yes.
he's now too close to it.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't seem like it's going to end well, does it?
Suddenly came
No.
into money and bought a nightclub.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you did.
I reckon he didn't. Did you see his reaction was quite different?
Are you sure? He's swallowing.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, when he
he's
was
not
when you
blinking,
were
though.
down. Yeah, when you doubted him before, he was like looking around and stuff. I would entirely believe that he didn't know Goldridge bought the nightclub. Like it's just a random fact. He might know that Goldridge got money from the drugs.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't know what he did with it.
fair enough.
And you didn't know that some mobsters blew his brains out.
Kelso's the first person to have told you the truth in this case.
No, I didn't.
Yes, actually.
You heard that
Oh, man.
of BARs went missing?
No, I didn't.
That could be.
I was
be
actually going to
truth.
say a lie here, but the number's very high. But I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it's
sure.
knocked out.
Like, we've got the manifest, right? Like, we knew.
Kelso seems to be like the one guy in the U.S. Marines who isn't a crook, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they didn't tell him they stole the guns.
I'm gonna back out, hit the other question. No, I'm back out
Alright.
and listen to this one
Oh.
first.
You heard that a crate
So back in.
went missing?
No, I didn't.
He's just being straightforward. It's like, yes, I did. No, I didn't. It's probably
Yeah.
truth again. Unfortunately, that means he probably can't help you much.
Yeah.
I saw Felix Alvaro today.
Good. How was he?
A little pale. One of Mickey Cohen's goons had emptied about 60 BAR rounds into the bus he was driving. A public bus in the middle of Hollywood. Are you gonna
It
tell
really
me
is a
you
gang
don't
war.
know? do
Or
more
like,
innocent
if
people
one of the
have to
sides
die?
is the U.S., doesn't that just make it a war
And what's in
war?
it for you, Cole? Newspapers? More glory? Another promotion? Another medal at the expense of men who fought for their country?
He is not
Count
wrong.
me out.
Is he fucking wrong?
No.
I don't think
What do
he
you
is
know about
wrong.
the Army
The man is
surplus
not
robbery
wrong.
from the Coolidge, Jack?
What I know is that on 3 separate occasions, you would have been dead if it weren't for me.
That's not relevant.
I don't know anything
but
about the robbery.
It's a good answer, though. Also, that's a lie.
it's actually not a lie. It is a doubt, though.
And it's a doubt, I guess. Like, he was evading. Like, when he lies to you, he evades. That's his personality. I mean, it's a
One
doubt,
guy,
yeah.
Because
Yep.
morphine intended to help servicemen is being used on the street. Now we have guys from our old unit.
God, if it turns out
being
that the
killed
secret to
by
playing this
mobsters.
whole game
We
was
can
just to
put two
check
and
the
two together,
percentages
Jack.
on how many people got it
Perhaps
right every
it's a
time.
concept that has much effect on you, is it, Cole?
Answer the question, Jack. Let's get this over with.
I was interviewed when the robbery took place. I don't have anything further to add.
Again,
Yeah,
I
and
just
I
have to
think-
declare
Jack,
he shouldn't be on this
just
case
more
anymore.
information.
The
No, he
second they
should
were
not,
like, "Oh, it's
Cole.
all ex-Marines
Did you
from your own
seriously
unit,"
believe that dragging
they
me
just
down
should
here would
pull
get me
you.
to give up my
Like,
own
get the
guy?
fuck
Yes.
out of here.
You call yourself a Marine? Trying to make a name for yourself with this shitheel? Look at this chump. $200 suit and $2,000
He's not wrong. Again.
Tough guy act is really impressive. I like you, Jack. I'd like to make you for this. I really would. I'm going to be working on it and keeping an eye on you. You can go now.
Shooting, Robert Steiner, 6780 West Sunset Boulevard. The victim is a Chris Majowski.
Another name from the manifest?
They should probably
Oh,
not
man.
let him go. Like, I mean, yes, let him go, but also, like,
Yeah, it's
give
saying
him
like
protective...
he's probably less guilty than the others. But you know what? How he answered the last question? Like, I was interviewed when the theft, the heist took place.
Yeah.
And I said that I didn't know anything. Probably he didn't know anything then. So now
But that would have been before he got roped into muscling out Cohen.
Talk about
Yep.
tension. That was like being trapped in an elevator with a married couple who can't decide whether
an
they
exciting
love
one.
each other or hate each other. We go back.
Also, the action sequences
went too
seem
easy
like
on him. Next time, you
more
leave it to me.
fluid than
I
the
know how to
previous
handle that
case.
smug son of a bitch.
The
They clearly
previous couple
put
cases, actually.
unlike the last one.
All units in the vicinity and any central unit. Citizen reports. of
Also, did he
Yep,
say
sounds
Jack will
like
never
he
give up his own men?
Unit to handle code
Yeah.
2 identified.
That's interesting that Cole would say that.
Well, I mean, you saw the flashbacks to date. They kind of were Jack's men, not
Yeah.
Cole's. Yeah. He admires him clearly. He just also disagrees with him on every conceivable point.
Two of them officers.
Oh wow.
They're still here?
Go on, get after him.
It's no good. We need to get closer.
I'm working on it, Roy. Jesus.
I can't hit a target that isn't there, Phelps.
Shut up, Roy. I'm working on it.
Keep it steady, and I'll try to bust his tires.
See, that should have worked. I tried to put him over him.
Cole, spin him out.
I'm working on it.
I can't take a shot from here,
People really do
Cole.
think they have impunity, don't they? They're kind of finding out that's not the case, though.
Yeah.
Well,
but like
maybe
they think that, or maybe they're just like they think that they can get away, but the people that sent them after them are like, no, that's
Just give me a little closer.
Where'd they go?
they crashed and got out, I think, in the alley.
I shot that man in the dick multiple times.
Oh wow, he did take them very successfully.
Ugh, that was a pain.
Bang. Should have done the jump. Ah well, got them in the end. I guess the car got too dinged up to... Oh, I see, right. They hit the pole. So...
There's been a crime committed here. 2 murders.
Oh shit.
I saw
also...
the newspaper,
Yeah.
yes.
I wonder why there's a newspaper here. Like, aren't we about to get to the bottom of this storyline? Maybe there's more to it.
I'm curious.
Blood.
But not curious enough to find out, like, who killed these men? Somebody must have shot them. Why?
Yeah. Looks like the perp had a standard issue of Mickey's meeting, 9 p.m. at Newsview Building, Sheldon. Oh shit.
And a brief description of him, because they were just going to kill him when he got there. So, why would you send this guy on a mission to kill somebody else? Oh, hey.
It's the manifest of the cargo ship. Oh, look at the cross down names.
Traitor in our midst. All of the names on the list have a hit team assigned to them.
Oh shit, because this is the manifest that the LAPD got when investigating the theft.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Anyway, as I was saying, like, given the mission that this guy was on, you shouldn't give him anything that would lead the cops to getting to other people first. Just throwing that out there.
They've been overconfident, for sure.
We need to get to those guys fast, otherwise they'll...
Like, Finkelstein's people were not really any dumber than Cohen's people, despite what Cohen thought. It's a BAR, I guess.
Yep, and apparently not one... also only one BAR, so that's the 5th one.
Yep, but I guess he didn't bother commenting on it.
This is actually a different kind of newspaper. Like, we're not looking at psychology
Ah,
stuff
this is the thing
anymore.
Roy mentioned earlier, Brenda.
Put a lid on the press. Can someone talk to Harry over at the Times?
It's too late. The Times would look ridiculous if we dropped the story now.
Who is this
We.
Stoker? Stoker's a lily-white. Nothing that will fix this in the short term.
My law and order credentials are disappearing as we speak. Can we get Brenda to leave town?
Yes, we can, but she won't go quietly. Brenda has extensive records.
Can she at least lay low?
That's already been taken care of.
Mayor?
Hello.
District Attorney?
Who is this guy? And what does he want, Coral?
Name's Roy Earl, detective.
Well, we know now that this isn't taking place simultaneously, because Roy's with us.
Clowns got us into this mess.
Oh, I think that the orders regarding Brenda come down, not up, Mayor. I have a human interest story. It involves a certain LAPD cop, a hero from the war, who has let his beautiful wife and kids down, who has betrayed America for a junkie whore,
Okay.
who has abandoned his pledge to the LAPD.
So, in order to get the Brenda story out of the papers, they're just going to be like, hey, here's Cole Phelps, fuck him.
Could be all over the papers by tomorrow, and you would be off the hook.
Look at them all smiling.
Fingering a fellow officer.
What does he want? Hey, you can't just go away from that. I want to know what he wants.
What? Hey, why don't you ask him? He's right here.
I'm standing on top of this dead body. That's some awkward physicsing that happened there.
Hey,
I'm king of the mountain.
Oh man, he's a good actor, isn't he?
Who, Roy or Cole?
Roy. He's because that scene must have happened yesterday.
Or earlier today, before Cole actually they didn't go to the crime scene together.
No, I mean like it would have been Cole spent the night at Elsa's apartment.
Why?
Um,
How does that get them the dope?
They obviously don't know who has the morphine, and they're waiting for someone to crack.
Yeah, what they don't realize is that Sheldon got rid of the morphine. It must like when Cole spent the night at Elsa's and Earl was trailing him. It must have been the morning after that, before meeting back up again at the club.
Yeah.
So as you say, this morning.
Shit.
What are you looking for here?
I was trying to figure out like
way to go.
which location, but I couldn't
Well,
remember if
I
I
guess
needed to
it
go to. I thought it was the theater that I needed to go to. Excuse me, the theater that I needed to go to, but
That's where they're looking for Courtney Sheldon. That's the meeting that was set up, and they were going to go and try and kill him. I don't know why the Hollywood Post Office is on here. I've missed something.
I have too, which is why I suddenly started getting curious about stuff.
I see, you're right. Yes, sorry.
So I guess I'm just going to go to the theater because I missed whatever the point was for the... Does it tell me in here? Nope.
Hollywood Post Office tells you where it is.
It tells me what it is too. It's a post office, but...
Are there any the persons of interest in the case? Are there any of them post office associated somehow?
Oops, that's the clue again.
People. Eddie's dead. Mickey is Patrick Connolly. I don't know.
These are all just former Marines, but they don't list their locations or anything other than just like...
Maybe the manifest mentioned that one of them now works at the post office or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. Courtney Sheldon's got to be the primary person of interest here, though, right? Like, he's the guy... I mean, he is essentially the leader of the gang of former Marines who stole the stuff, as far as we can tell.
Yeah.
Like, I don't...
I was just going to say, like, it's... That's the meeting's happening at 9 p.m., but it's not 9 p.m. yet. But maybe it just added the post office to the list in case you're a stupid, dumb idiot that doesn't follow things, and they're just like, oh, post office is all over
could
this.
be. Possibly, I wonder if it could be that by doing answers correctly earlier, you may have got some information which you wouldn't otherwise have. And it could be that otherwise you'd need to go to the post office to find it out. I don't know.
Very possible. Or like if I had failed that chase sequence.
Oh, yes, because then there wouldn't be a crime scene to look at the bodies at. If they got away. Could be. Hey, this place is famous. I recognize it. Like from pictures of Los Angeles and things.
It sounds like a famous place, but I couldn't tell you what it is. Oh, that's...
Well...
I thought that was my car pulling up, but it actually was not. It very much wasn't.
Getting close and steer him off the tar.
Just about was going to cut through that sidewalk, but then I realized there were like 50 people there.
I can't hit a target that isn't there, Phelps. Hit it. Clear this asshole off the road.
They really need to stop reusing the lines with
like assassinating a bunch of Marines, like all in one day. Surely there was going to be someone up in Cold who was going to care about this.
Oh yeah, but like they're big dumb idiots, I guess.
Yeah, I wonder.
I can't take the shot from here, Cole.
It's Hope you won't be doing that or anything.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
I'm working.
I'll try for the tires. Keep your foot down.
Yeah, I don't like the car chases very much.
Oh, I like watching. I'm pretty sure I enjoy doing them also, but
the thing that I don't like about them is how much property damage I inadvertently cause
Step on it, huh? Just give me a
while
little
doing
closer.
them.
Yeah, I think they're not going to be roadworthy anymore at this point.
I shot that man. No, I totally do need to shoot them. It just took them a while to die from all the bullets that I was shooting at them.
Right.
In the head.
Yeah, it looked like something that would kill someone basically instantly. You had your cursor on the side of his face, and the bullet was going straight in, hollow points. Roy's lost his hat, and he looks terrible without it. Like,
yeah, he does. He wears a hat for a good reason.
Yes, he does. Wow.
Cole can get away with that one, but Roy definitely cannot.
Yeah, holy shit. He's really leaning. I didn't realize how much he was leaning on it to look cool. He does not natively look that cool.
Okay, well...
I'm a bit disappointed in that. So, that didn't really get us anywhere. Well, I'm guessing that... Yeah, there's one place left to go at this point.
I mean, we could just go back to the police station and chill. Just like, well, somebody's gonna die.
So here's my question. I mean, it's your question also, right? Why are we going to the post office? I don't...
We must have missed something. Like, I'm sure on rewatching this video after I upload it, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's why we're at the post office.
Like,
we should have gone there first.
A throwaway phrase in a conversation, and we can find out by visiting the post office. I don't know. It's
I assume that somebody works there, or like it was on the target list or something. But
yeah, one of the documents we've looked at must have mentioned it, but there have been quite a few of them. Ah well, none of it was as interesting as the human interest stuff and the marine drug connection, etc.
oh, maybe there's just another shootout there. There's a shootout here now.
It's just like all day. It's like maybe he's just better modelled than the others. The others look like random games. There's one without a hat.
Yeah, he looks familiar actually somehow.
He does. I reckon it's... Yeah. It's not Stompanato, is it?
I don't think so. I'm just gonna walk forward like a Terminator.
I wonder if they expected the LAPD to be distracted today by the Brenda scandal.
Throw out the guns.
As they maybe would have been. As they maybe would have been had Roy not offered them another way out of it. That could have been what they were counting on.
That just seems like a very poor bet because, like, the LAPD might be distracted by a scandal, but they're not going to just give up on a bunch of shootouts in the street.
No, they will have to pay some degree of attention to them.
Hey, that man's still alive.
He's opening and closing his mouth. Oh shit, he really is alive. Tell him what?
Bad luck.
Okay, that's really cool, but you've got something in your hand, and I want to look at that, and you're dying. So let me look at the thing in your hand.
I think he's finished dying now.
I can look at this hand.
Cool. Thanks.
Hey, other hand though? What you got?
Lenny
Finkelstein.
Polar Bear Ice.
Polar Bear Ice Company.
Really did it. Wonder whether it was worth it.
Most people never get the chance to be rich. Wouldn't you risk it?
He's already been rich, Roy.
That's that's also
Cole didn't need to rob an army ship and steal a bunch of morphine and guns.
Okay, I can't look in his pockets, so I guess we're done here. Also, again, I just want to say that man was not dead when I started investigating that body.
No,
so.
he was not. You probably could have got him some sort of medical attention.
Yeah.
In theory.
Well, I mean, he was nice. Very quickly dying, so I assume he bled out very quickly. But.
Oh, you know what? I know what it is. I know what it is we didn't pay attention to and why we were confused by going to the Chinese theater and the post office. The radio. KGPL was calling in stuff like, there's been another shooting at such and such.
Okay.
And we didn't pay any attention to it because we were used to not paying attention to the radio. They were like street crimes announcements. They may have literally been street crimes. Yeah, that's a cool use of the street crime mechanic, which we haven't paid any attention to.
Yep, because it's bad.
What is back here? It looks cool. It looks very mad.
But there was a golden door, so I'm going to just oh, also there's music playing indicating that I can investigate crime scene here. So
I'm sure there's some sort of vital clue. I'm just wondering, what is it? And also, I'm not totally sure. There might be.
It seems like there should be something back here. Like it's a bank. They got important records back here.
Yeah, you can take some money or something.
Oh wait, no, this is a post office. I'm sorry, but there's still important stuff here.
You fooled me into thinking it was a bank.
Ruse. Yeah, but I can totally walk. They wouldn't have made the door golden if I didn't have a reason to go back here, would they?
Well, they might have.
That would be rude.
Yeah, it would be possible. There's a corpse back here.
There was. I can't look at it. It's just it's a dead body. Hey, dead body, how's it going? That looks painful with the arm thing.
Look, you're not a homicide detective who cares about dead bodies. That's kind of been the theme of this case, is repeatedly looking perfunctorily at dead bodies and being like, whatever, we don't care about why he's dead.
Except for the guy who was confessing something while he was dying. That guy.
Yeah, we cared about that. The fact of his confession is, I'm pretty sure, going to be vital evidence.
Oh, yeah. And then it's immediately going to get swept under the rug because Cole Phelps is about to take a huge dive.
Well, I mean, it's an interesting question. What they're trying to sweep under the rug is the prostitution scandal, right?
Yeah.
But will the drug stuff, will the Marines get caught up in that cover-up or not? So, we don't yet know how that's going to go down.
It's one of those things where, like, after there's a scandal with an officer or whatever, like, all of a sudden nobody wants to listen to anything that officer had to say in court, so a bunch of the stuff that he was investigating is just, like, all of a sudden just going to vanish.
Yep, it might do. The question is basically, can you crack this case before Roy gets you? Oh, another body. Oh, this was it, I guess, then.
Yep. Yep, this man's dead. And he didn't have anything to confess while he was dying.
Well, who knows? Maybe because you went to the other one. This is what you're looking for. Haha.
Sheldon is bringing his own fire team with him.
So I thought we already had the address that they were going to, but apparently we just got it now.
The other one said meeting with Mickey and Sheldon. I guess Sheldon didn't show up at that meeting. Because this guy was a Marine, right?
Yeah.
So it sounds like Sheldon was wise to the fact that Cohen was going to try and kill him, and tried to put together like the last few remaining guys and whoever's left. Go and fight back.
Beckett.
Sounds right.
For school, these are good guys. Why do you think you're wrapped up in this thing?
Probably because of being addicted to morphine.
Not everyone has their unwavering identification.
I don't know. I don't know if they were addicted or if...
Or if they just saw a big shipment full of morphine and were just like, that's probably worth a lot of money.
I wonder.
That's Roy's theory, at least.
I reckon there's more... Roy is probably partly right, but I think there's probably a little bit more to it. To the backstory of the 6th Marines and how it is that they ended up turning into a drug-dealing gang. Meeting place. Alright, that one has clearly got to be the meeting place. Like...
Good.
It's listed as meeting place. They wouldn't lie to me.
You sure it's Cohen making the hits? All fingers point his way. Your buddies are in way over their heads.
Very true.
Being a Marine doesn't mean shit out here.
Yeah, I mean... I'm sure it's helpful when you get into the firefights and so on, but...
it's also helpful when you're trying to, like, make your way up in the police force.
Yeah. The willingness to kill is, I think, more important for the gang stuff. Is this the same meeting place?
I think so.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, they think we're the other guys.
That's unfortunate.
I don't see where the other guy went because it's very dark.
On the roof, Cole, nail him!
It's super dark, though. Seriously. I should probably turn up the brightness instead of just complaining about how dark it is.
Yeah, it doesn't look dark to me at all. It must be your screen.
Yeah, probably.
I was finding it easy to see people even with low FPS. My screen is very bright, though.
I think I just accidentally shot Roy.
Accidentally, sure.
I mean, I didn't do it on purpose, but I wouldn't be upset if I had.
Yeah.
I'm wide open here. They're making a run for it after them. Stay in cover.
Okay.
It's a good thing that you've got an unlimited amount of revolver ammunition.
Yeah, and I'm trying to run now. There we go. Okay, well, that was an okay action sequence.
Do you think you have to fight the Marines next?
That would actually be really funny. Like, they show up for the meeting and are like, hey, everybody's dead. These guys must have killed him. Oh, hey.
He didn't even go to this meeting either. He set you up as well.
That's not correct protocol. You can't just say, well, I'll be damned.
So, you know what? I reckon Sheldon did that on purpose. Like, he figured out the cop thing with the trailer. So,
yeah. I mean, he's a smart guy. Just gonna drive over that dead body.
Just also kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Naive. And crazy. Well, yeah, I don't really know what to make of Courtney Sheldon. We haven't met him yet in the main game. We've seen him in several flashbacks. Lots of newspaper things. We're about to see him.
Yep.
In a setting which probably doesn't... I wonder if he's brought Fontaine with him. That would be nice. But,
I don't think he and Fontaine are on good terms right now. We may have missed a newspaper or something that indicated a split, but like, given that
the
having
morphine's
given
back on the
the
street.
morphine to Fontaine has A, gotten the morphine back onto the streets, and B, like the
Yeah.
mob is going after them. Like,
You're right, it
probably
just
he's not
completely
thrilled
didn't
about
work
the way
out.
Fontaine is handling things.
Yeah. What do you think he did with it? Just like sold it back to Mickey Cohen?
I don't think he sold it back to Mickey Cohen because Cohen is trying to kill the Marines, like looking for morphine or something.
Ah, right, yeah, because if he had got the drugs back, he wouldn't be so mad, yeah.
Roy, in my office if you please.
I'm working a major case. I'm not close, Cap. It's gonna have to wait.
Let Phelps do the interrogation.
But Cap.
That's,
No buts. This is more important.
Cole, you should probably stop looking smug because it's going to backfire on you real soon.
Well, he thinks it's about the Vice scandal. I mean, maybe it is about the Vice scandal, but...
It is technically, like... it's about the Vice scandal in that they're trying to get the... Oh, hey, it's Fontaine. Can I just pull out my gun?
Oh!
I cannot pull out my gun.
Well, I mean, he's not necessarily someone you need to shoot, but he certainly seems like a bad person.
Is this your attorney?
No, detective. This is
I
Dr.
honestly did
Robert
not expect him to be here.
No, yeah.
He came down here to help me out.
How do you do, sir?
You
He
stole
still
the
trusts him,
morphine from the
Jesus
Cool
Christ.
Ridge.
You can't prove that.
Let's see if I can try. And what is your relationship to Sheldon, sir?
Tutor, mentor. Mr. Sheldon is a medical student of mine. He has a very bright...
He's so smart.
Yep.
That's nice to know. Too bad all of your war buddies won't get to see your graduation. I would have asked Beckett or Majewski or Driscoll about their involvement, but that's difficult.
Because they're dead.
Considering they're all dead.
Thank you.
That leaves you, Sheldon.
You can't blame their deaths on me, Phelps.
Watch me.
He probably can, yeah.
That's a very low number.
Oh, God, it's lie then, I guess. That's what the numbers mean, right? That's the number formula.
The other guys aren't smart enough to attempt something like this. You either give it up, or I go after Jack.
Oh, boy.
Prove that, Cole.
Because we've got them targeting him, right? Or no, Beckett's confession. Tell Courtney,
Is that...
bad luck. It was worth a try.
No, I reckon, wasn't there a thing which said they were targeting Courtney specifically? One of the documents you got. Planned meeting...
Meetings.
Recording meeting. Are you able to look at any of these? No, it doesn't show you more detail, does it?
Nope.
So Sniper's pocketbook was about Alvaro. Shooter's notebook and note are about Courtney Sheldon.
But the confession, though.
I don't...
It's got to be the confession. Why would they make us listen to the confession if it wasn't going to be that?
Because the subject of the question was about the 6th Marines, wasn't it? Like, it was... The others are all dead.
Like
this is
mistaken.
your...
I would have asked Beckett or Majewski or Driscoll.
So all the other Marines are dead, and I think the lie is... Oh yeah, he's like, oh, you can't blame their deaths on me, and then I say lie, I totally can, because the other guys aren't smart enough. Like, you are the leader of this.
You either give it up.
Yeah, if you want to prove he's the leader, though, Beckett could have just been talking about, like, Courtney still being the last one alive. Whereas I think the
No,
notes...
Kelso's still alive.
Oh, true enough. Tell Courtney bad luck. Maybe do the other question first.
Okay. I really think it's the confession,
You
though.
have to shake the tree to see what
It
falls
could
out.
be. It's definitely a lie, at least.
You were on the ship, Sheldon.
Yes, that's correct.
So you had opportunity.
But it doesn't mean that I was involved.
Another lie.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe it is the
Mind that
confession.
The mob executed McGoldrick, Driscoll, and Beckett to get to you.
I don't know why you're trying to pin this on me. Where's your proof?
That would also be the confession.
Yeah, maybe it's the confession both times, I guess.
I don't think so. I don't think they reuse evidence like that.
Oh. Well, in that case, I would put the confession for this one, because, like, why do we pin it on you? Because the last guy who died said your name, basically. But it could go either way. Now it could be that any of them will work.
You know what the worst part is? The intuition wouldn't help me here. It would just say that, yep, that's a lie, which I kind of already knew.
Yeah, we definitely know that, I think. Courtney Sheldon is being hostile. It's interesting. He comes across as so naive and yet so... He was in the flashbacks. He was also like this. Deceitful as well.
I need to rewatch the accusation here, but I thought I could just hit lie.
Sure.
Yes.
That's on the ship.
So you had opportunity.
Opportunity. You can't prove that I was involved.
It doesn't mean that I was involved.
So you
Right,
don't
so
mind
here's
that
where
the
you're trying to
mob
tie him to
executed
this at all,
McGoldrick,
basically.
Driscoll, and Beckett to get to you?
I don't know why you're trying to
So the
pin
mob
this on me.
executed them to get to
Where's your
him.
proof?
I would say that this is where I would pull up the note, or the shooter's notebook.
Meeting between Sheldon and Cohen doesn't prove that the mob executed other people to get to him, though, does it?
But it's a bloody notebook that we found on a shooter.
True. Tell Courtney good. What did he say exactly? Good
Bad
luck?
luck.
Bad luck. It was worth a try.
I think that's the one for the first one. And then the
I reckon
shooter's
that's
notebook
the one for this one, because for this one it proves that Courtney knew what was going on, because that's what he's lying about, right? He's saying, I didn't know any of this, I wasn't involved. Beckett's confession explicitly is like, Courtney knew about this.
See, I'm taking that as like he doesn't know that, he's claiming that he doesn't know that the mob would come after, or go after the other guys to get to him, and we can prove like, no man, they totally shot the other guys, here's a bloody notebook found on a sniper aiming for you.
I disagree. I reckon the subject of this lie is about whether he's involved at all. That's the impression I got.
I hate this question. I hate the other one too.
It's Courtney Sheldon's fault. Like, at this point, come on, he's got to, like, give it up. The fact that he's lying to you at all is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you'll have to get it out of him.
But that's where I'm like, this is my chance to get the case. Like, all the other questions in this case, all the other evidence or whatever, kind of doesn't really matter. It's pretty much just like, can you get him to admit to it? And it's coming down to these two coin flip questions of, do you pick the right answer for lie? And I don't think I'm going to get him. I think I'm going to get him wrong.
Well, don't get it wrong then. Do what I said and get it right instead.
Okay, here's confession.
Beckett had a message
that was
for you
the good one, actually.
died.
Okay, so
nice.
we got that.
Bad luck.
1 out of 2.
It was worth a try.
I feel bad about Beckett, Phelps. He was a hard charger. Those guys deserve more. I don't blame them for taking their shot.
So that got us nothing.
He's still maintaining his innocence.
Driscoll about their involvement, but
Okay, let's look at this one again and see how we get to.
The thing is,
lie.
there's so much evidence though that you can arrest him even if he doesn't confess. I think, but
the other guys aren't smart enough to attempt something
Interesting.
like this.
Okay, so
Where I go after Jack for.
so in your experience, you don't think they ever reuse evidence as the answer twice?
They haven't yet. They might suddenly switch, but they haven't yet.
So in that case, I guess it would be one of the notes which mentions Sheldon as actually you were the leader because you've been meeting with Mickey Cohen, I mean. Like, this is why
So
we
we've got two
think
different
you're...
notebooks. Probably either one of these is the correct answer.
That's my guess, because like this is the proof that you were the leader one.
We know about your showdown with Cohen. We found notes on the guys.
Cohen is hitting our old.
No shit.
He believes we have morphine. I told him that we don't have it.
No, the
And
guy
that's
in your...
the truth. Isn't it, Doc?
Shut up,
I
Doc.
believe Mr. Sheldon. I think he's telling the truth, Detective.
Great. Fantastic.
Have you finished, Detective?
Yeah, you gotta
Just
arrest
getting
him.
started. You have an answer for everything, Courtney. Let's hope Jack does, because now I'm going after him. Is there anyone you're not prepared to sacrifice?
That's a
Jack is not in this. He's
interesting.
A good guy.
You or Jack, Courtney. I don't care who goes to jail. I just want the morphine off the street.
That's not what you're meant to care as a cop.
What are you offering, Cole?
What?
Don't be ridiculous, son. This man is gambling.
What's your offer?
Doctor, good to see you.
I'm conducting an investigation.
Upstairs in my office now.
This man is about to confess.
As of now, you're suspended from duty, pending a fitness review.
What are you talking about?
This is the end of Vice.
The man Phelps. Upstairs.
Manifest destiny.
Like the hero you wear.
So I guess that's not the end of Courtney Sheldon.
No.
Wonder what...
That's full, Detective. Phelps, you're one of my favorite sons. You've broken this old man's heart.
This is like the shittiest teacher squad thing to do. They don't even tell him what he's done wrong yet. It's like, you should feel bad.
Well, to be fair, he
Your
knows.
wife's attorney has pictures of you and the German. Compromising pictures, lad.
She's pressing charges. You'll be formally charged with adultery.
Is adultery actually a crime?
Criminal cannot serve as an LAPD
1947,
officer,
yes.
as I'm sure you're aware.
I don't understand.
How could you do it, lad? Your wife, your children.
Was
such a
Donnelly
hypocrite.
actually in on the other discussions? I don't think he was.
No, Donnelly is not corrupt. He's just shit.
The department doesn't need this kind of
The
publicity.
rest of them,
Phelps.
though, they're shit.
Hand over the gun.
Yeah, the commissioner guy here, Worrell, and the other one, I'm not sure who that was. The other one.
Any comments to the
Is he
press?
oh, mayor.
No, it's not the mayor. I think it's just like
The
District
DA,
attorney.
district attorney. Yeah. Oh man, that feel when you turn in your badge and your gun because you're off the case. It's been known, but yeah, I honestly believe that Captain Donnelly is not corrupt. He's just
terrible.
He's got opinions about morality and crime and what's worth doing and what isn't.
Cole, not really the time.
Let me see them, Marie. They're my
Hey,
daughters.
remember we asked whether he had children? He must have.
Apparently.
You have done enough damage here. Do you want me to call the police?
For God's sake, Marie.
I'm the police. You can't call them.
What is there to talk about? Do you love her? Do you? What were you thinking?
So this all came on very quickly, actually. Like, we've seen the singer twice before this, right?
You've seen her several times since so the first one was in Traffic, when Roy introduced Cole to her, which is of course quite interesting that he did that. And
I'm
then
sorry,
there's been
I'm trying to listen to the thing also,
sorry.
but he seems to have just said like, let me tell you my side of the story. Or
Yeah,
let me tell you what I've been going through, which is a really shitty way to talk to your wife who you've been cheating on.
Unsurprisingly, it didn't help.
He doesn't have a gun.
Ghost's gun, but he doesn't have one.
Also, he should probably grab the suitcase with the shit in it.
I don't
It's just
think
sitting
he
on the
gives-
lawn there.
I suspect the shit is not given by him at this moment.
No, he needs like clothes and stuff.
But do you think he cares?
He probably ought to.
Ought to, sure.
Also, I think this is the wrong answer of where to go.
What other answer is there?
An apartment alone, to drink silently while the music fades.
Is that better or just different?
Both. But you were describing how many times we had seen her before this.
Yeah, I think before this case there had been 3 appearances. The first was the first meeting with her in a dressing room, and then there were a couple of times when Cole went to the club alone, and on one of them he was like explicitly kind of there to watch her.
Are you getting a bunch of wacky audio bugs here?
Yeah, it's kind of all slowed down.
Not only that, it's repeating the stamp noise. Also, my actions have earned me a demotion.
Wow.
Prepare for reassignment.
Well, I think someone else's actions have earned you that, but case
Uh,
closed. Valorous, 5 stars.
I mean, I did it perfectly. I did everything correctly, thanks to the power of
You must-
looking at the notebook to see what the percentage of people that got it right was.
Those numbers, yeah, okay, the numbers are good.
I'm going to get off of this screen because that's... Oh, wait, nope, finally the audio fixed itself, so
Fixed
we can
itself.
actually use this time to discuss. So, yeah, that seemed to go on very quickly. Like, it went from, he goes to see her once with Roy, he goes to see her once alone, and then at the start of this case, you find out that he's been sleeping with her for who knows how long.
Let's see. Well, I think the idea, obviously, the idea is that like after they met at the Blue Room back when they must have, he must have gone and seen her again and obviously started an affair with her. We don't know when that happened though. Yeah, it was off screen, of course.
Like, the impression that you could get out of this case, like when they're talking to her in the Blue Room, you don't really get that much of a sense that like they've been dating or cheating, sleeping together or anything. It's just like it seems like a pretty normal conversation, and then she
No
just
way.
follows her to. I think you're right that they've been doing it for a while, but like, it's a weird, sudden thing that just seems to kind of.
I think it was
It doesn't quite come out of nowhere, but like it sort of blindsides you.
I think you have to pay attention to the actual acting. Like they were performing for Roy, basically. He was like, no, leave the other people here. We are here to talk official cop business. I'm going to yell more than I need to for no good reason. Oh, you have to tell me things because you might be involved. Yes.
Do you think his shitty acting then is what got Roy to actually follow him? Like, do you think Roy knew before?
I think Roy knew before, but I think he became certain at that point. I think Roy I don't think Roy had proof before, but I think Roy believed it before. He hinted at it in the very first Vice case.
So, other
And,
thing...
and also, Roy Earl is the fucking devil, right? I would not be too surprised if he literally introduced them in the hope this would happen in the first place.
Just in case he needed an out later. Like, oh, Vice is collapsing around us.
I reckon he makes a habit of... Well, not even that. I reckon he makes a habit of trying to corrupt people. He sees someone like Cole who's trying to be upstanding. He's like, better do something about that. Without knowing, of course, that Cole already had problems, but...
So I was going to say... The timeline... so they said that his wife's attorney already had pictures of them together.
Yeah, that's
Roy only came to the other police force with knowledge that it was happening that morning.
One day earlier, yeah.
Or it happened earlier than that, and it was just a stupid...
oh, that's
stupid
interesting.
Is maybe strong words, but like the timeline doesn't really work out if you take things as like they're showing you.
I think though that they have shown us that they weren't showing us everything.
Yeah, but
so you can't take them that way.
Let me just say that my confidence in the skill of L.A. Noire's writers is low. But
I completely
possibly
disagree.
unfairly.
Like, I think this is one of the high points of the game. This ending to the Vice desk. It's.
I will say I'm way less angry about it than the first time I played, but I just I don't care.
Did you somehow? So here's my guess. When you first played, did you not see it coming at all?
I think I literally just did not notice that she had come up in previous cases, or that she'd come up in previous cases, but like all of a sudden, like they've been sleeping together for a long time, and now everybody's mad at me, and
Yeah, the that's not unreasonable. Like it was meant to be surprising, but not totally. Like you can totally call it. Like,
I think I think this is another instance where like, well, it's the reverse of Homicide. Like Homicide got worse because I knew the twist at the end. This became fine because I knew it was going to happen at the end, but I still didn't actually see that much happening as it went. Like there was the one night where you go to see him alone, or where he goes to see her alone, but that's kind of the only time that you see him and her alone before they go to the hotel room.
He visited the Blue Room briefly once before, and was like talking to the guy, and then he goes in and you go to see what happens. And when they first met, like the very first time, now this is something I only noticed in hindsight, but I commented on it in the video, so it should be in the recordings. When they first met, Cole could not keep his eyes off her. Like when Roy dragged him into that dingy room while being like all racist at the door and then
slapping her in the face,
barging in to beat up women. Cole was like smitten instantly as like Roy was sort of playing the overacting guy who's being all dynamic in that scene, but the background of it was him going, holy shit, this really is someone I'm interested in looking at and being introduced to.
Yeah, I think it's... So, here's something that I didn't think about before. The subtlety of the acting is all of a sudden greatly increased for this particular storyline, whereas, like, think of all the other acting that people do, where you're interrogating them.
Some of it is really ham-handed, but I reckon so. There's a distinction between characters and witnesses. I think when it comes to the acting, the people who have models and move around and are in cutscenes generally try and act like they were actors in a movie and like convey things through tone of voice and of movements and so on, other than just by saying words. The actors on the witness actors on the other hand are trying to sell your ability to pick doubt, lie, or truth, somewhat inadequately.
Yeah,
but
effectively compared to looking at a percentage of people getting the right answer. That'll at least get you down to truth or doubt.
Yeah, exactly. Like that turns out to be the better way of doing it. Is you just like use a numerical formula.
I think it's really shitty that that's the way that we got through this case. But I'm really glad that I know it now because like it's going to make everything so much easier if that holds up.
Oh yeah, it's clearly good to have worked out for gameplay reasons. Ugh. But the witness actors are trying to sell a person who's telling the truth or not telling the truth. Basically, it's a different form of acting. And it is a bit weird to have them both in one game. But like I think they're trying to do different things. Is why that incongruity is there. Like I think characters, even side characters, like for example Captain Donnelly, the way they act in cutscenes and so on is based on trying to tell you things about them by how they move and behave and react to things. Like, remember the moment when, for example, Donnelly comes out of a witness room with like a bit of blood on his knuckles and he's kind of cracking his knuckles?
Yeah.
You commented on that at the time. There's like, that's a nice subtle, well, not very subtle, but it's a nice non-explicit, oh, well, look at what's been going on there. The game really does tell a story in ways other than an event happens to the protagonist.
Sure. I think
it's not a very nice story.
This so one final thing before I go to the next cutscene to see if it's another flashback or if they're just done with flashbacks for a little bit. Sorry, I suddenly lost my train of thought. What was I going to say?
I'm happy to keep talking about this if you want. I love this part of the game. I mean, I sort of don't because it's like the low point of the game, but on purpose. It's
okay. That's actually I've remembered now. So this is actually where I stopped playing the game the first time. Everything in Arson is in my future. I have never seen it.
Brand new. I'm really looking forward to that and seeing you play through stuff and how you react to stuff. It's I liked the Arson Desk a lot as a follow up, as the final act of the game.
I believe it. I'm hopeful, and I still I don't know. I'm trying not to be like super overly negative, but I just still.
You can if you want. It doesn't sound like the game has like exactly. It's not like it has 100% won you over. That's clear.
No, I'm still down on LA Noire. I'm just less down on it than I was the first time I played it. Whether that's like because I'm more okay with the way the story's gone, or whether that's because like I know the twists are coming, so I don't get blindsided by something I don't like. Like I still don't like it, but it's fine. It might be because
there's someone relentlessly trying to upsell everything it does as being a good thing, that's talking to you all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
Very possible. I'm gonna hit the next cutscene and see if it's a flashback.
Yeah. Let's see if there is one. I don't know.
I don't think they'd start off a case desk with a flashback. Nope, they have not. So next time we will come back for the Gas Man.
Yep.
See you next time on Lenoir. Yeah, I got a bunch of Chivos in this episode, actually. Like, I didn't remark on them, but a bunch of, like, hey, you did a shootout good, or hey, you solved the case good. So, see you next time.
L.A. Noire.